Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and we are going to make this wallet card, I guess you could call it. Since we've got Father's Day coming up, we're going to make a few of these. I'm going to show you how I make them. You're going to need a piece of paper that is 4 inches by 12 inches, and you're going to score, and this is our paper that's real thick. It's almost like a thin card chipboard. So it's real thick. So you're going to score at 4 and then again at 8. And that is all the scoring that you're going to do. So you can put that away. Now we're going to go ahead and fold this and burnish it. And just make sure that you've got it straight when you scored it. If you don't, then just even it out now. Okay, so there is what we're going for right there. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and round off the corners, all 4 corners. I want those rounded. Okay, now in order to get this texture that I got right here, I'm going to use my embossing folder. Now this is longer than my embossing folder, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this in sideways, just like that. I'm going to put it right at the end, evening it up, and that's going to run it right to that first score line that we've got right there. So I'm putting it in that way. I'm going to lay it down on my plate, holding it tight so it doesn't slip. Make sure I got it straight the other way. No, I don't. Okay. Put it straight this way too. Put it all the way to the end and all the way to the back of your embossing folder. Just like that. And then I'm going to put my other plate on top of it and I'm going to run it through like this. Okay, so you can see how it has embossed that. So now we're going to move this down. I'm going to make sure that I have my embossing folder the same way. My indentions are up here, so make sure you've got your embossing folder the same way when you put it back in again. And we're going to line up those holes just like that. See, I just lined up these holes with the other ones and put it in again. So we're going to put it back in our sandwich. So there we have that one, and then we just need one more. This is the way I do when I have something to emboss that is longer than my embossing folders. I like to do it this way rather than cutting my embossing folders. A lot of people just cut them. I don't like to do that because my luck, I'll end up losing them if I do. So put it back in again. Okay, so there we go. Got all of the embossing done, and it lines up. Now we're going to go ahead. These are some pieces that you're going to need for the pockets on the inside, and these are 2.5 by 3 3/4, and you need 3 of them. So we're going to go ahead and put these in our embossing folder and emboss these as well, so it'll hold 2 of them. So we're going to put those in there, making sure that they're straight so that our lines will be straight, and then sandwich them in and run them through. Okay, and one more. Let's get that one out and put this one in. Okay, and if you are looking for this embossing folder, we don't have it, but I'll see if I can find it And if I can, I will leave the link below. This is a Cuttlebug, and it doesn't say what kind it is, but it just has the little dots on it. If I can find, I will put a link below if I can find one like it. Okay, now what you need to do is decide where you want to put these pockets, which we're going to put them right down here. And I'm going to put my embossed side up and my debossed side down on the inside. So I'm going to round this corner to match that one. And in case you're wondering, some people out there might not know what an embossed and debossed is. Embossed is where it's risen like this, and then this is the debossed side, so it goes in, it sinks in. So there's the embossed and there's the debossed. So we're going to put that right there. This one we won't need to round the corners, but then this one we're going to round this corner like that. Okay, now we're going to do some inking, and I'm using my Distress Ink Vintage Photo on this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the embossed side and we're just going to start lightly going over that to kind of make it look like it's old and vintage looking. Put a little ink on there. So just start out really light, and you can always add to, but you can't take away. So start out light and see what a difference that makes. Makes it look more like leather. See there? And it brings out those little dots in there. Okay, then we're going to go really heavy on the sides. And we're going to do this to all three of them. Okay, we've got those, and now we're going to do it to the entire outside of this wallet. Then we're going to go around the edges, just like we did on that other. Go around your edges pretty heavy. And if you don't have this ink, we do sell this ink as well. This is Tim Holtz. I love, this is my favorite color for inking. And then we're going to fold this up where those creases are, and we're going to put a little bit of ink on that. That's going to make it look even more distressed. Okay, so there's the outside of that. Isn't that nice? Let's see. See a little spot right there. When I look up in the camera, I can see it actually better than I can when I'm inking on it. Okay, then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to do just the top part of the inside, because that's all that's going to show. And then we're going to go around this on the inside as well with some ink. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put our pockets in. So that one goes in the middle, this one goes over here, and this one over here. And we're going to use some of our art glitter glue. Again, I have lots of people that ask me every time they see this. This is just a little magnet, one of our basic gray magnets. We sell those in the store. And I've just put one side of the magnet on there, and that's what I stick my pen to. It makes it much, much easier. I don't have to try to find it on my desk when I'm finished. Because usually when I'm finished with a project, my desk is a mess. And if you don't have any of this art glitter glue, you are missing out in that fine tip. Can't do it, use anything without that fine tip going on. I love that. Okay, so just stick that one down right at the edge, just matching that up. And then we're going to do our centerpiece. You're just gluing on 3 sides, one of the long sides and 2 of the short. This is a quick and easy project, but it's very, very cute. Okay, put that one down in the middle, and I just evened it up between those two score lines. And then we're going to put this one down over here. Okay, we're going to lay that aside and let the glue dry on that while we do some stamping and die cutting. And we're going to be using quite a few of our new products to do this. Let's see. First off, we're going to use a stamp that is by, let me find the packaging. It's by Lawn Fawn. And it is a stamp set called Happy, Happy, Happy. And it has Happy Birthday, Happy Father's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Happy to you, dance, sending, you make me, wishing, A for you, do a happy, and it has a little and, exclamation point, you mail happies, it has a little smiley face, anniversary, wedding, graduation thoughts, wishes, day, and everything. And they're a good size. I love this stamp. And then you can also get the die cut, or the die that goes with it. Let's see if it has these on the back. Nope. This is the big happy up there. And then that's the written happy right there that cuts out. And then there's that one. So it'll cut those out. And this again is the happy, happy, happy die. So we're going to use this happy that's written right there. And then that Father's Day. We're going to use some versafine ink in the black. I'm just going to ink that up. And I'm going to stamp this quite a few times because I'm going to cut it out and make it layered so that it'll stand up. So we're just going to stamp it probably about 4 times. And you only need one that's a really good impression, so if you get one that's not as good as the other, don't worry about it. Put it on the back. Okay, so that's what we're going to do there. Just going to wipe our stamp off a little. Okay, we're going to put this die on here. Line it up. And you can see the little swirls through the die, so you know how to line it up. I'm going to use a little piece of our Post-it note tape to hold this down while I run it through my die cutting machine. I am going to use the magnetic platform. That'll just help hold it in place. So you see how quick that grabbed? It didn't wait on me. So we're going to put one down, put that down, and then sandwich it in between, and we'll run this through. Already it looks like it's thicker, just coming out like that. But we're going to go ahead and make some more. We're going to put layers on here. Okay, so here's what we have. Look at those. Isn't that cute? Love it. Like I said, they already look like they're embossed or puffy stickers. So we're going to glue these together. And I'm just going to find the one that I like the best for the top. I think that'll be my top right there. Yeah. I don't know, I like that one. Okay, that's going to be the top one. The rest of them we're just going to glue back to back. So that's what we have now. We have a nice thick happy to put on our card. And then I'm going to stamp out of that same stamp set. This just says Father's Day. And let me make sure. I'm going to cut it out. This is a new collection that we just got in. It's from Crafter's Companion, I do believe. Yes, Crafter's Companion, and this is the Rustic Cottage, and this is the die and stamp set. So these are the stamps, and then it's got 2 banner dies in there. And I will link this below as well. We do have some of these in stock, a few. So I'm going to make sure that this is long enough for my banner. Yes, that's just long enough for my banner. So I'm just going to stamp Father's Day on there. I'm going to try to center it the best I can. And I'll try not to get my head in the shot. There we go. And then we'll take our banner from that and we'll put it on here, and I'm going to use another piece of the Post-it note when I get it lined up. So let's see. Looks like right there is good. So we're just going to stick that down with that Post-it note. Put it in my Big Shot using my magnetic platform. So isn't that cute? Love that. Okay, so there's our Happy and Father's Day. Okay, and I told you we were going to use quite a few of our new product. This says Love You, and it looks like it's stitched. And I thought that looked just like one of those labels that they put inside shirts or what it, you know, pockets, whatever. So I'm going to do that, and that comes from this stamp set, and this is from Waffle Flower, and it is called Stitched Roses. Now down here it has With Love, and those are together. All I did was cut them apart. Don't be afraid to cut your stamps apart. And this says Miss You, and I just cut that apart because I wanted Love You. So I just cut those apart. So we'll use that to stamp with. And then again from Waffle Flower, this is the Lace Layering 5x7 dies. This is all the pieces that comes in this. As you can see, this is fantastic. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dies in this pack. Again, I will link it below. And we're going to use this one, which is the second one from the smallest. So let's get us some paper. So we are going to, I'm going to make sure. Okay, and I just mounted this on a block, and I just put it together. Miss You. Now, I'm going to show you something really quick. I happened to see that E on there. This is where we went to some classes, and I took a magic marker and I put that E on there, and as you can see with a baby wipe, I can't wipe it off. It doesn't come off. You take a little bit of this British Monroe stamp cleaner, spray it a little bit. I just sprayed a tiny bit on there. Then take your wipe and it cleans right up. The E is gone. So that stuff is fantastic. It's good for more than just to clean ink off of stamps with. Alright, so we're going to stamp this. And I'm stamping it in the black versafine as well. So there's what that looks like. Looks just like stitching, doesn't it? And then we're going to put this down here and cut this out. So I'm going to make sure that I get it straight as I can. Use my Post-it note to hold it down. And then run it through our die cutting machine. And look how pretty that is. Doesn't it look just like one of those labels? I love that. Okay, so now we've got that done. Let me think if we got all the stamping done. I think we do. I think we're ready to start assembling this. So let's start with the outside first and put our happy on there. Now I did cut another little piece, and it's a raised little piece for the front right here, so I'm going to need to ink that and then round the corners. Okay, so this piece is going to go right there, and we're going to put it down with foam tape. Bring it down close to the bottom and just center it up. There you go. Then we're going to put happy right there, and then on Father's Day we're going to ink around the edges of this just slightly, just so that it doesn't stand out so white. Just a little bit. And that's going to go right there. And we're going to put this up on foam tape as well. So I'm just going to put a piece of foam tape behind it. So we're going to put Father's Day right down there. And then we'll put happy down with our art glitter glue. Look at that. See the dimension? Alright, so and now we're going to put, you know, on every project that I do, I have to put a little bit of bling, but this is going to be a Father's Day, so we're going to use these metal pieces of bling and put one right there and one right there. Those I can't get anymore. I wish I could. That's all I have left. But a lot of people have asked about those, and I can't get them anymore. They have discontinued them. Alright, we're going to ink around these edges a little bit. And I'm not going to put this up on foam tape. I'm just going to put it down straight. So we don't want a lot of extra bulk on the inside. And there's your Father's Day card wallet, or wallet card. It will hold gift cards. This is not a gift card, but I'm sliding it down in the back side so that you can't see my numbers. And then you can put money in here. You can put another gift card or a note right there. You could put a photo right here. That would be cute if you gave it to Dad and had a photo included. And that is it. That is our wallet card. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And we will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.